The legend and grandeur, 1 to 25. Deep within the vast deserts of Arabia, a legend lies buried. A city so magnificent, it was called the Atlantis of the Sands. This is the story of Iram of the Pillars, a place mentioned in the Holy Quran, but lost to history for centuries. The city was built by the ancient tribe of Ad. These people were not like ordinary humans. They were giants with incredible strength and power. They could carve mountains with their bare hands. Their leader was Shaddad, a king of immense wealth. He wanted to build a paradise on earth. He collected gold, silver, and precious jewels from all over the world. Thousands of workers were recruited for this grand project. It took many years to complete this dream city. The pillars of the city were made of solid marble and gold. Every wall was encrusted with rubies and emeralds. Crystal clear rivers flowed through the middle of the city. It was a masterpiece of architecture and engineering. Travelers spoke of its beauty with fear and wonder. But with great wealth came great pride. The people of Ad forgot their creator. They began to believe they were invincible. They mocked the prophets who came to guide them. They thought their stone fortresses would protect them forever. Their arrogance grew with every passing day. They challenged the heavens with their stone monuments. Part 2. The Prophet and the Warning, 26 to 50. Allah sent Prophet Hud to warn the people of Ad. He asked them to leave their idols and return to the truth. But the people laughed at his warnings. They said, "Who is more powerful than us in strength?" They believed their city was too strong to be destroyed. Prophet Hud warned them of a coming punishment. He told them that wealth and power are temporary. Still, the elite of Iram remained stubborn. They continued their life of luxury and sin. Suddenly, a great drought hit the land. Their green gardens began to wither and die. The rivers that once flowed with water turned to dust. This was the first sign of the impending disaster. But the Ad people thought it was just a natural cycle. They prayed to their idols for rain. One day, a huge black cloud appeared on the horizon. The people cheered, thinking it was a rain cloud. But Prophet Hud knew the truth. This was not a cloud of mercy, but a cloud of wrath. A violent wind began to blow across the desert. It was a cold, screaming wind that never stopped. It lasted for 7 nights and 8 days. The wind was so strong it uprooted trees and crushed buildings. People were tossed around like hollow palm trees. The magnificent pillars of Iram began to crumble. Part 3. The Destruction and Disappearance, 51 to 75. No palace was strong enough to withstand the storm. The sand began to rise like a giant wall. It swallowed the gold, the silver, and the jewels. The entire city was buried alive under millions of tons of sand. By the time the storm ended, nothing was left. The city of pillars had vanished from the face of the earth. Only Prophet Hud and his followers were saved. For thousands of years, the location of Iram remained a mystery. Historians labeled it a myth or a fairy tale. They couldn't believe such a city could actually exist. Bedouin tribes passed down stories of a ghost city in the dunes. They spoke of hearing voices in the wind near the empty quarter. Many explorers tried to find the lost city, but failed. The desert was too vast and the heat too deadly. It seemed the city was gone forever. But in the age of technology, things began to change. NASA satellites started scanning the Arabian Peninsula. They were looking for ancient trade routes buried under the sand. They found strange lines that looked like old roads. These roads all converged on a single point in Oman. Archaeologists rushed to the site with high-tech equipment. They began to dig deep into the towering dunes. What they found shocked the scientific world. They discovered an octagonal fortress with high walls. It was a city that had clearly been destroyed by a disaster. Part 4. Modern Discovery and Lessons, 76 to 100 plus. The site was called Uba, but many believe it is the Iram of the Quran. The evidence showed the city fell into a giant sinkhole. The ground literally opened up and swallowed it. This matches the descriptions of a sudden and total collapse. Artifacts from all over the world were found in the ruins. Pottery from Greece, Rome, and even China was discovered. This proves it was a global center of trade and wealth. The pillars were found just as the Quran described them. Science was finally catching up with the holy text. The Atlantis of the sands was no longer a myth. It was a real place with a real history. Today, you can visit the ruins in the desert of Oman. It stands as a silent witness to a forgotten era. The story of Iram is more than just history. It is a powerful lesson for all of humanity. It reminds us that pride comes before a fall. No matter how high we build, we are still humble servants. Technology and wealth cannot save us from our actions. The ruins of Iram are a sign for those who reflect. Every pillar tells a story of lost glory. The desert keeps its secrets well, but truth always surfaces. We must learn from the mistakes of the Ad people. Always stay humble and grateful for what you have. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you found this story fascinating, please subscribe to Century Tales. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a mystery. Share this video with those who love history and truth. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on this lost city. Your support helps us bring more such stories to life. See you in the next episode of Century Tales.